Welcome and good morning. It is the Morning DNA for September 23rd, 2020. My name is Aaron Dicer, the man of a single black shirt. She is, Danae says, the woman of a million distractions. And we're here to find out what this morning is made of.
I feel like I'm also like, what, the director, the orchestra.
Conductor.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, toot toot.
Engineer.
I was thinking of a conductor as like a train thing. Anyway.
Oh, yeah. No, you're right. I guess it is the train conductor. I always call train conductors engineers. Why is that? Are they also called train engineers? I don't know.
Hopefully they have a really great education before operating a massive machine like that.
Our grasp on the inner workings of locomotive business culture is just not up to snuff this morning. We apologize.
Pretty bad. That will not be what we're talking about today.
Welcome to a Sunday.
Maybe we will. Hey, Aaron, let's just stop the show.
Okay, we can stop the show. Sure, it's our show.
Let's just do research on trains today.
So we're not going to talk about it. You're just going to watch as Danae and I type, trying to find out research on train conductors.
All right, I'll do the first search. You do the second search.
Our train engineers, as
what is
Slab
a
says
train
in the chat.
driver called?
I think it's a conductor, but for some reason, engineer stuck in my brain. Anyhow, welcome to a someday version of the Morning DNA. We go live 9 a.m. Central on Mondays and some days. Whenever we get the chance during the week, we like to do that. Welcome to you. Thank you to Eduardo, who is new with us this morning. Thanks for hanging out.
Happy
it's good to see everybody
to you.
Popping in the chat, and we appreciate you doing that. Also, right off the bat, want to mention thank you to Bonnie, who is a brand new member of Team DNA at $5 a month.
That's crazy. This is crazy. Listen, this is crazy. Aaron and I have talked about it a couple times since relaunching our show.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is crazy.
It is crazy.
Thank you guys so much for just just coming and hanging out with us. You don't have to jump on the Patreon train. Woo woo. But for those that have, it's just what an incredible thing. You guys are amazing.
So yes, we appreciate that, and that brings us one more closer to the next milestone, which is 30 members of Team DNA, at which point you get to choose the shirt that I wear for an entire week. Since I am the man of a single black shirt, you're going to change that up for a week, and boy, the selections have been interesting.
All right, I'm going to let you go through the comments about trains here while I read this to you. You ready for this, Aaron?
Sure.
It's not incredibly long. I've got two things pulled up, and again, really, really quick, fast research. Nothing terribly exciting here.
Sure.
I'm not doing deep dive.
No, this is great. No, honestly, I'm thinking we're going to go viral. I'm honestly thinking at this point, this is what the internet needs. This is our moment.
This is it.
This is our moment where, based on train research, people are like, have you seen these guys? They do a morning show. That's, whatever. But they did train research.
On the show live
on a show. Who does that?
Superficial research with very little fact checking.
Research. That's right.
Okay,
they Googled something I could Google myself. It was amazing.
A train driver, engine driver, or locomotive driver, commonly known as an engineer in the United States and Canada, and also as a locomotive handler, locomotive operator, or motorman, is a person who drives a train. So it turns out they've got lots of names.
Not conductor, though. I didn't hear conductor in there anywhere.
But then down here on up.jobs about train crew, it says the conductor is responsible for the train, the freight, and the crew. The locomotive engineer actually operates the locomotive. So maybe the conductor is someone who, I guess that makes sense, sort of conducts the procession of the train and freight and crew. I don't know.
Well, trains are all about getting there on time, and Matthew says, how'd you like that segue? Matthew says, I timed myself from getting to the coffee maker in the kitchen to my third-story office with just 5 seconds to go to the start. Well done, Matthew.
Bravo!
Well done.
Did you spill your coffee? Because let me tell you something. In the last, 15 minutes since entering into my broadcasting closet here, I have spilled my coffee on myself 3 times.
Nice. Well done.
It's a day.
Listen, no, that takes skill.
It's a day.
That takes skill. That takes lots of skill. Lucas says, I'm waiting to be called for a job interview while watching you guys. Wish me luck. Yeah, good luck. Yeah, hope that goes well.
All right.
Those are always interesting.
Send some positive vibes your way, Lucas.
The cow catcher is my favorite part of the train.
No, get off the train track, cow.
Well, honestly,
move your body, cow.
But that is to hopefully, not injure the cow as much. And no, that's not true. It's not. It's actually not true.
No.
It's really just to get it out of the way so the train doesn't wreck. I'm sorry.
It's just moving the cattle to the side.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do have a train near our house, within several miles of our house, and so whenever it comes through, we hear the train whistle. And I would love to take Iris closer to it someday, so she can see how big a train is and how loud it is.
Mm-hmm.
She's kind of like sound sensitive. But anyways, every time she hears it, she goes, "Oh, do you hear that? That's a train. It's very far away."
Has she transferred her love of buses to trains?
Nope.
Okay, still buses.
No. So this new house we live in, surprise, the stop for the school bus is directly across our driveway on the other side.
She's in heaven.
So every single morning that there's school, there is a gigantic school bus that drives directly in front of our house and stops. She stands literally, just this morning, she stood in the doorway and just watched the kids get on the bus, and she was so happy because she loves school buses. It's really adorable. Like, it's kind of one of those things where when you get from point A to point B or wherever you are in your journey, I think I'm probably at X to Y. I don't, wait. Yeah, anyway.
If a train leaves X at Y time and arrives at...
Whew, my brain's doing some work on that one.
Matthew says, I just joined the Patreon for you guys a few moments ago.
Oh my God.
Thank you.
Thanks, Matthew.
That means the world. Matthew, now a part of Team DNA. Again, that's $5 a month. And apparently we are 4 people away from me wearing a shirt. So
I just want to say, just quickly, to kind of wrap up my thought, which is that sometimes when you get to where you're going on your journey, there's like these little winks and nods. We've called them God winks in the past. Some people call it like fate winks, just things like that. And Iris's love of school buses and then moving into a house that literally has a school bus stop across the street from us is just one of those cool things you could have never planned for that just makes you feel like you're in the right space. So, but I look for signs like that. So maybe I see them because I'm looking for them.
Danae, we've been over this. I use a closed container for my coffee since I work with electronics, which, Danae, you do too. So
I know.
I'm just saying.
It's bad.
It says 417 says 40 Patreons. Danae gets a drink with a lid.
Oh, shoot. I definitely need one. And I definitely have them. Like, I have options.
Funny.
But I like this mug. I like gripping it. See how it's got like the little grooves for fingers? Now,
sure.
I will tell you that if the coffee is too hot, it just completely scalds my body. But
those grooves are going to come in super handy when you spill. Going to protect everything, I'm sure. So,
should we start the show?
Yeah, you want to shoot a dough?
Okay.
All right, let's do it. We are going to do our DNA and you, and excited this morning to have a topic from Danae, a topic from myself, and a topic from you. So be thinking about something you would like us to talk about, train related or otherwise, towards the end of the show, and we will do that. We would love to hear your questions and topics for what you want to do. So
the hardest part about doing our show in this new format is that when we transition from like before to now, and there's still hilarious comments coming in, I just want to keep showing you guys the comments and talking about them.
Hey, look, how many times have we said it? It's our show. Like if there's something that people, that you need to express it. I haven't clicked your topic yet, so
I just want to say that I think it's amazing that a Fusco one is making sourdough while working with well, that's so cool. You know how to knead dough?
I need dough.
And then it's too early for math. I thought that was hilarious. And then Kramer said if Iris loved buses, she needs to go to the Port Authority in Manhattan because there's buses everywhere. Are they school buses? Because she specifically loves school buses.
I can just see the Hughes family taking a family vacation someday when travel is is back on the schedule, and they're like, "We're going to New York City. What are you doing there? We're going to the Port Transit Authority.
We want to see
Nothing else.
buses.
There's nothing else in New York we're going to see while we're there. We're just going to go check out the Port Authority."
Sarcastic Honey Badger says, "How many patrons till we can have Aaron wear underpants?"
Thanks today. Thanks. Appreciate
You're
that.
welcome. Sour the dough, says Matt Combs.
Oh,
and that'll
nice.
transition us back into it. All right. So, yes, I have my topic ready to go, but I don't know how to make it pop up on the screen.
Oh, you just click it. I can do it.
Okay. Oh, no,
Just
I
like-
can do it. I'll do it. Oh, it's already done. Cool.
You can undo it and do it yourself if you like.
So we're thinking about Halloween right now. And I thought I would just ask you guys what your normal decoration tradition is. Like, what's your standard Halloween decor? Yours is 0, Aaron?
0. That's my answer for all decorations. We don't do
Yeah.
decorations. I will say this is a great topic because it has been, at least where we're at, much cooler the last couple days. And it's like you walk outside, which I do occasionally. You walk outside and it's like, oh, fall's actually maybe coming.
Yeah.
It's like,
We
oh,
have-
yeah, I guess it is late September.
We have leaves turning. We've got trees with leaves that are turning. We don't just have random leaves. They are attached
Yes.
to a tree. Okay.
Yes, that is correct. You are correct. Why are you thinking about Halloween Are you guys getting ready to decorate? Like you've got a month out. Like I know Justin is like
Yeah.
he wants to do this stuff. So like, what's the issue here?
Oh, in fact, there's Justin in the chat. Let me just pop up his comment here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait. Nope. I clicked on Kramer. Wait. Aaron doesn't put up a tree.
Okay, fine.
Oh,
Yes, we do indoor. Yes, we do. I was thinking outdoor stuff, but yes, we have a Christmas tree.
You
Although
got him.
We didn't put up one last year, so I don't know.
There's my husband's comment. It's just a picture of a ghost with a happy little smile on his face. Yes, my husband is a lover of Halloween. There he is doing even more decor. We've been very minimalistic. In fact, I would say that I begrudgingly, quote unquote, allowed Justin to bring home like a decoration one year and then like one other one another year. We have some very simple plastic pumpkins that you plug in that look cute. And we've had those for like, I don't know, 7-8 years. They're not fantastic.
Right.
We have a big black tub for candy, and like a little black cat that was okay. That's it. And so it's like it goes on the porch. It looks kind of lame, maybe even slightly creepy because we're the people who are like, here's your minimal decoration. No pumpkins, no nothing, no decor.
The last time we did Halloween decorations was probably, I'm going to say 7 years ago. And it was because 8 years ago, we did pumpkins for the front porch. And then 7 years ago, those same pumpkins were still on the porch, looking much scarier and shriveled. Dilapidated. It's like,
rotting.
That's how bad we are. We had pumpkins on the porch for an entire year. Also, nobody came to that house because we were down at the end of a dirt road down a hill. We actually had probably the creepiest house you would ever trick or treat at because it is out, in the middle of nowhere. So yeah.
The people across the street from Wyndham Psych says, a boy across the street is obsessed with blow-up yard decor. Currently has 6 Halloween blow-ups.
What is it with the blow-ups? Okay. I don't get it. Do you want blow-ups? Does Justin want blow-ups? Justin, tell me you don't want blow-ups. Like it is the chintziest, cheesiest, silliest. I'm sorry, blow-up people. I'm being very judgmental here. I'm not judging you as a person. I'm judging your yard. But it seems to me like tattoos. And let me explain this.
Whoa, wait, what?
You get one tattoo and then all of a sudden you have a sleeve and then all of a sudden your whole body is covered with tattoos. It feels like blow-ups are the same way where like you get one blow-up and then all of a sudden you can't even see your yard because there's 30 blow-ups in your yard.
Okay, definitely that's not what I want. I don't like blow-ups. However, let me tell you a story. My husband loves blow-ups. He loves all things to do with decorating. And we have very different opinions on what decoration should be. I kind of want to do something that looks like something from a magazine,
Mm-hmm.
I can watch those decoration shows, like Chip and Johanna Gaines, right? I'm like, oh, if I'm going to decorate, I want it to be an artistic expression. But also, I don't want to spend any money. So that's the other issue, right? So, but we live in a neighborhood now that apparently is very active for Halloween, not just passing out candy, but also decorating. And we knew about the passing out candy aspect of it, but we didn't realize that there was also, I'm going to say, an expectation of decoration, but it does feel a little bit like pressure, but it's certainly pressure that I'm putting on myself.
Yeah.
But also I'm watching my husband, who genuinely is having the best time of his life in this neighborhood. And it's like COVID time. We can't even like go meet people.
Right.
He's just like, the potential for us to do the decoration dream has arrived. And so I actually purchased three things for Halloween decoration on Amazon.
Okay.
And had them shipped so we could test them out and see what they're doing. One is I got the least scary spiders and spider web that I could find, because we have a 3-year-old. We don't need to scar her for life. So I thought maybe we could put them like in a bush near the door to where they kind of look like little creepy things. I got them in the mail, and they are like 6 times smaller than I expected. So I'm like, okay. So we're not talking like the bush area of the yard. We're talking about like, here's the corner of our entryway. And some
That's right. Look just above our doorbell.
So, ooh, do you see them? Like, there's actually real spiders out
that are bigger than the decorations.
It seemed like they're more intimidating.
The actual spiders are like, who are these guys? Where are they?
Where are
They don't
you?
even move. Go away.
I pulled one of them out, and this weird red bead pops off, and I'm like, what is this red bead? This is very Christmas colored. Well, all of the spiders have little red eyes, and so one of them is already detached, which is fantastic. So now I've got to glue it on. I could actually just jump out of my recording closet and grab it and show you if you want me to, if you want to read some comments while I go do that.
Oh, sure. No, I'm loving some of these comments. Thank you for giving your Halloween stuff. I go to the casino and I wear so many flashing light accessories. I put the slot machines to shame. Love that. That is fun. Danae's husband chiming in. There have been years where we put up the Halloween decorations on Halloween at 5:30 p.m. Welcome to the Procrastinators Club. The only way to procrastinate better than that is just not put them up. So that's where I've landed. And getting some backup on the blow-ups. Kramer says, I'm so with Aaron on the blow-ups, but then Aaron, but not that Aaron, says, I love blow-ups.
All right. If you're an arachnophobe, look away. This is the size.
Oh, that's huge. That's not tiny.
I was thinking they were going to be like the body was going to be the size of my upper torso. But these will definitely be creepy, right?
Yeah, no, that works.
And there's like the little glowing eye, so you'll be able to see it from afar. And this one's the one that's missing an eye.
Yeah.
So this is George.
Nice.
And then it came with the web we've got to set up. But I do have to say, we also got blow-ups this year. And here's why. I don't want to go full on out, decorate for Halloween, spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars on trying to make my yard look like this cool scene, right? When instead I can just get some, hopefully, Aces blow-ups that just are like cute pumpkins in our yard. Some cute pumpkins. And also Iris. Like, I want her to have fun, and she super loves pumpkins. So we got like this set of little pumpkin blow-ups we can just kind of put in front of our yard. And I'm hoping that that's the only blow-up that we ever have, because I don't want to. But I'm afraid. I'm very
afraid. Cyrigdo says, my neighbor made a giant spider out of paper mache for the body and black pool noodles. I'm assuming for the legs.
Yeah.
So there's your giant spider, Danae.
Oh my gosh.
That would work, right?
That is a craft project for real. Yeah. I am a little bit nervous. Like the webbing that you see around Halloween time, like it's come in this small little package. It reminds me of ramen. Like, like a ramen noodle package where they're all kind of together.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then like when you just put it in the water, it starts to sort of just come apart in a particular noodle pattern. This is what I'm experiencing with this So we'll see. But anyhow,
here's
we've
the other
decided
thing.
to do a couple more decorations this year. We'll see how it goes. It's
I'm
either
ho-
going to look really lame or kind of cool. I don't know.
I'm hoping it all works out for you.
Thank you.
It is an interesting journey on the journey to being that house. But it is the blow up thing as well that I see happen in my neighborhood is that they have the blow ups up like during certain hours, but like during the workday, they don't have them up.
They
And
deflate.
they just lay there on the yard. So you've got this whole yard of just like dead Christmas characters, like carcasses.
Yes.
The discarded, which works for Halloween, I guess. But for Christmas, it's just a little weird. Like, Santa and the elves and the reindeer, they're just all dead, laying in the
my
laying in the
gosh.
yard. So that's kind of how it was.
My husband adds the pumpkins of the gateway blow-ups. It means more that it's coming from my husband that I'm concerned.
Matt says, growing up, my parents and I always went to the movies on Halloween. Good choice. I think movies on a holiday is always a fun thing. To avoid the people coming to our house, we definitely didn't decorate anything. As an adult, I still don't. My wife puts up fall stuff, mostly inside, and I've only passed out candy once.
Wow.
I guess I'm a bit of a Halloween Grinch.
Man, I was too, but I married somebody who is like Halloween. He loves it. We have downstairs, we have 12 bags of candy already.
Mm-hmm.
Just we are preparing for the onslaught of children. Although I am a little concerned about Halloween with COVID. And I guess before we move on to your topic, Aaron, and then to you guys afterwards for your topics and questions, I guess I would also say that I am considering doing something that I saw online. So I'm considering taking this web, go with me here, covering the door, putting the spiders on the door. And then through the door, like take a tube, and then we just put we put the candy in the tube, and it just slides down to them. So there's no contact. 6 feet distance. They can't come up to the door because there's a spider web there. And then we just like siphon them candy through the little tube.
Yeah, that could work.
Could work. But I've heard that there's people in our neighborhood. This is what I heard from those that I've been talking to. This neighborhood is so active for Halloween that people that live in this area that I live in, this part of our neighborhood, will be out in their driveway with like the mobile fire pits and like dry ice cauldrons, and they just dress up and they hang out. Like this is a big hangout time. But I don't know because of COVID, so we'll see.
But it's not a big hangout time. Generally, this is a time not to hang out.
Right.
Double K says, don't want to freak you all out, but there's an actual skeleton inside of you. The skeleton is inside the house.
My daughter is really into skeletons right now because she is learning about her bones, and she goes to see the bone doctor, and she asks about like, does a cat have bones and all this kind of stuff. So she's asking a lot of questions. And the other day on her little drawing pad that she has, I think it was yesterday, she turns to us and she's like, I drew a spine. We're like, we're raising Wednesday Addams. Oops.
This is my femur. All right, you ready to move on to the A topic?
I'm ready.
All right. What app on your phone are you most addicted to? Which application do you find yourself clicking the most and scrolling through or spending the most time on? This comes from watching the movie The Social Dilemma on Netflix. And let me say right off the bat, I want to encourage you to watch this movie at your earliest convenience. It has been a long time since I've seen a documentary that hit me this intensely as far as changing the way I see how I live my life. And I'm not saying it will necessarily impact everybody that way, but I know it did me. And it is, here's the thing. It's not stuff I don't know. Like I know how my phone works. I know how software companies do things to keep you addicted to their applications. Like I know all that stuff. I know that the algorithm is dividing us because it continuously feeds us an echo chamber of things that are going to activate us so that we stay glued to it. So it is part of the divisive culture that we find ourselves in. Like, I know all that stuff, but there's something about seeing people who have worked in the industry and invented a lot of these things, talking about those things from the inside. And what this movie does really well is no matter how you learn things or how you feel things, this movie has something for you. If you are more of the, I want to hear the information and the stats and intellectual part of it, it's got that part of the documentary with people talking about it. But then it will cut to this family who is going through a shared experience with, things that are happening on their phones. And so you also kind of get a story part of it if you're going to feel more connected to that family as individuals. It's got that. And then it's also got this kind of word picture metaphor thing about what's happening in your phone. So to like show you kind of acted out, like the algorithms are actual people, showing you or keeping you glued to your phone, that kind of stuff. I say all this just to say there's no sense in shaming us for phone use, all those kind of things. This is much more of a way to go, pay attention, and if this is okay with you, okay, but if it's not, maybe here are some things you can do to change your life. And I think for me, it came down to the idea of I want to use my phone. I don't want my phone to use me. And
you felt like you were being a tool.
I was. I felt like
Sorry.
I felt like I was being used. I don't like being used. And so there is that aspect of it really got me to kind of change some of my habits. So I would highly encourage you to watch it. It's on Netflix. It's called Social Dilemma. So I have not been paying attention to the comments you've been putting up there, but what are some of the things that people are saying?
Kind of just listing the various apps that there's an addiction to. We've got Instagram and Twitter and Discord and Reddit's come up a couple of times. Safari Music is what Matthew says, according to the Screen Time Report, which of course you guys probably have an ability to look and see either whether you're using a app tracking app or maybe your phone does that automatically. You can tell you kind of which apps you spend the most time on. And then, Pokemon Go came up as far as the game goes. Someone said YouTube. I don't know if I put that one up. I think I did, from KK, who says that the app, nope, just kidding. It wasn't. That was Archimedes. YouTube, 3 hours a day, but I don't really scroll. I just have a lot of channel that I watch in the background of my day. And that's kind of like, if the question is, what am I most addicted to or what am I most using?
Those are different questions.
They're different questions.
They are different questions. What is the thing? What is that thing like that makes you like reach to touch your phone? You know how we all do that, where it's like, I want to pick up my phone. I don't even know why I'm picking it up, and then you open it up and you go, oh, it's because I want to do that. That's the addiction part. That's the part that's like, So for me, that's Twitter. It's 100% Twitter.
And I think I don't know. So I'm newer to Twitter. I started using Twitter when I started working this current job that I have. Because I just felt like it was a better place to sort of connect to a new fan base that were almost all on Twitter. And then it was Discord for a little while, but then Discord's caused me so much trouble that every time I open it, I get stressed. So I don't open that app anymore. So I think the one that I like go to is Instagram and Twitter. And I'm going to say that confidently because I'm realizing now, and you guys probably do this too, like I'll close it and then I'll open it again. It's crazy. Like I'll literally open it, use it, and then I close it. And I'm like, oh, what do I want to do? And I'll open it again. And
That's
I just had it open.
That is a sign. Yeah.
So, and I do that a lot with Instagram. But I did something really interesting with Instagram lately. I wanted to create, like, if I'm going to go to these places, I want to try to have healthy interaction. Which is something you've got to gauge for yourself as you interact with whatever you do, whether it's your phone apps or websites or relationships in general. And so I kind of started to, like, on Instagram, I realized that because I'd had it for so long and so many people were following me, I just made an announcement. I was like, hey, I'm going to create a new Instagram for people who I just kind of don't know. And I deleted like 500 followers and just reduced it down to a couple hundred of people that I can remember when I met them or I know who they are, so that I'm just sharing like my own personal stuff that I don't think is going to have as much of a opinions from people I don't want to have their opinions.
Yeah.
So that's actually made me want to go to Instagram even more, because before that it was getting kind of toxic, where I also deleted a whole bunch of people that I was following, like brands and just people who do cool stuff with photography, or they like have a cool living room that I want someday. It's like, I got to stop trying to do, like, I want to live my life. I want to be happy in my own skin.
That is the thing, and I will tell you the number one thing all of these industry insiders said is turn off notifications. Turn off notifications. Notifications are the main way that companies use to addict you to your phone, to addict you to your apps, and to bring you back so that they can put advertisements in front of you. In the advertising part, the advertising part of this is probably, I want to say, the most dangerous, because when that is the driving factor for what they're doing, all that matters is your engagement. Your health doesn't matter, your engagement matters. And so they continue to do things to keep you engaged, keep you there, keep you addicted. After watching this, turned off all my notifications except for text messages so that my family can get a hold of me via text. And I deleted every single social app on my phone except for Twitter. I deleted Instagram. I'd already deleted Facebook. I deleted Reddit. So yeah, I just cleared them all out. And I was really paying attention to what is my purpose with what I'm doing with the apps on my phone. And if the purpose is, I don't know, I'm just killing time. Well, that's not a purpose. You are the purpose. The phone is, you are the product at that point. Your killing time is for the company's benefit. It has nothing to do to benefit you. So yeah.
I actually did that a long time ago, probably close to a year or more. I turned off every notification, but I did it for everything. Texts, emails, work related or not related. If it was on my phone, I turned everything completely off. And I have a phone that doesn't have those little badges either. So it was whatever I interacted with was at my pace whenever I remembered to. And then I decided to get a smartwatch where it would just notify me if I got a text or an email. And I would just like glance at my watch, and I never picked up my phone because I wanted to just reset my habits. And it's been in the last 6 months that I started turning notifications on again. And it's very different, right? Like, it's very, very different.
It was an immediate release for me. Because I realized how much I was just grabbing my phone to see if there were any notifications. And now I don't do that. I actually leave the sound on my phone now because I get so few notifications that it doesn't really matter. And so anytime I hear like a sound chime, I know, oh, I got a text from, I text from somebody. So that's more meaningful to me.
Yeah.
I'm loving it. And again, I'm only a few days in, but I'm loving the freedom of not feeling like I'm being used by my phone.
I think Jake Kinman's right. Somehow I justify overusing Reddit because it seems cooler and more woke than the other services, but psychologically they're all the same. I think I agree with that. But something that I've done with my notifications is I have my Twitch notifications on, or I have content from YouTube that I like on, and it just reminds me that there's something to watch. So mine has shifted more from social media messages to entertainment that I'm interested in. But I need to shut Twitch off because it's too much. Like when it notifies you all the time, or a game, because sometimes you'll download a game and the notifications are automatically on, that kind of a thing. You have to like really go in there and wrestle that. And I've gotten kind of used to looking at my phone and just swiping through and then getting back to it. But it does break a mental pattern, and it does break your concentration, and it does develop a way that we as humans can't continue a train of thought. And I already struggled with that before. So I don't need that in my life. Again, I did want to shout out to who are calling Double K or KK with a nice reminder that yes, Kenan, you want to see what I have? I have a little Post-it note that I have.
I just like giving people nicknames. I apologize. I do that sometimes. Here's what I would say. Watch it. I highly recommend this doc. I'm not just I'm kind of turning up the volume on this in a way that says this is important. It is, But honestly, it's also a really good watch. It's like really entertaining. It's interesting. I think you'll enjoy it and also benefit from it. So if it feels like homework, it's not
Yeah.
homework. It's enjoyable as well. So I would definitely recommend it.
I think I like your recommendation. And guys, get ready. This is when we're going to come to you for your subject, your thoughts, your questions. You can ask anything. We will answer what we can or talk about what we can. But I would also just say, I think at any point in your life, checking in on your patterns is always a good idea. Monday we talked about like how we get into like certain rhythms. I think it was Monday when we get into certain rhythms, and our body is designed for routine. It's designed for that kind of a thing. And every once in a while, it's a good idea to just see if you need a reset. You can literally reset your muscles through various ways. We can talk about that if you're interested someday. It's fantastic. It's amazing. The body is incredible. You can actually reset your muscles and reset their memory of what they do. But with our brains, it's a totally different tool. We need to be more actively aware. And so I think, like Aaron, you mentioning this show is just at the very least, whether you watch it or not, a reminder that sometimes we need to have an outside source remind us that we are in charge of our own time and our own energy and our space. And the mental space that you have, what you have in your mind, is so important. You're the only person that has it. And the attention that you give to what is going on around you is so valuable. And if you're giving it all to advertisement and without realizing it, and you're not feeling like you're getting a payout for that, or it's not worth it, then yeah, or whatever, like just it's an evaluation time. So I like that you brought this up, Aaron.
Yeah, again, it comes down to me is I want to be purposeful with my life. I want to do things with purpose and not be somebody else's purpose unwittingly. So
have you been throwing up comments about
I'm ready to kind of head into it.
Let's do it.
Eduardo says, how is your head, Aaron?
Yeah.
So update on the head injury. Seems to be doing fine.
Thanks for showing that I'm a bad friend, Eduardo. I forgot to ask him today. Dang it.
No, it's okay. I think there will be a scar there probably. I don't know. There's still enough of a scab there that they can't really take a look at it, though. You want to see? No, I'm just kidding.
Sure. Go for it. We've already had spiders on the show today, so let's just
head
show
wounds,
some scab,
spars,
head wounds,
whatever. Yeah, whatever might work. Let's see if there's.
Did you show the merch one?
No.
Okay,
no.
I'm really enjoying this one from Mariella, who says, "Looking forward to the someday merch."
That's sure. Yeah.
Isn't that cool?
I know exactly when that merch is going to happen.
It's like, oh no, it'll never happen.
Mm-hmm. No, it'll happen someday.
Oh shoot!
You never know.
Oh my gosh.
Let's see. This is an interesting one from Kramer. Says single moment in a trailer that makes you want to see a movie. I haven't watched trailers in a long time, purposefully. Another thing in my life where I felt like was using me instead of me using it. So,
trailers are such BS.
Right.
I mean, they're showing you things that aren't even, either they're not going to happen in the movie, or they do happen and you're totally spoiled by it, or they tell you a story that they want the movie to be, and then you watch the movie and the movie is not what the trailer said it was going to be. Yeah. It's just, trailers are just junk.
They're marketing.
I don't like trailers.
They're marketing
because they mess with me emotionally.
They are the Whopper in the Burger King commercial versus the Whopper when you go to Burger King. You know what I mean? Like it's all marketing. It's all fluff.
I did recently watch a trailer for the first time in forever. For the first time in forever. Sorry. Oof. Frozen's right there for me. I got a 3-year-old. Mm-hmm. And it was for Dune. And I would say if there's something from that reminds me of like what pulls me in for a trailer, I think it's cinematography. I think it's how it's filmed is really interesting to me. That's what pulled me in for Lord of the Rings. Like I was in for that one because of just how it was shot.
Oh yeah, I used to watch trailers. I would get the same kick from them that everybody does. But then I started to realize how they were impacting my view of the movie. And
or when you realize that like the moment was in the trailer and you were super spoiled by it.
Well, and here's the thing.
Like, don't rob me of that.
But not only spoiled by it, but also it's grabbed out of context. And so the emotion of it, you now have emotions and understanding in this moment, in this visual moment that you're seeing, that are unrelated to the emotions and understanding you're going to have when you watch the movie. And so now you've got conflicting things going on in your head when you see something happen in a movie that was also in a trailer. For me, it's about context. So
Dang it.
I started to realize that the best movie experiences I was having were ones that I knew nothing about the movie, that I went in completely blind. And that is a really great experience. And so that's what I've tried to do, because I do think the visual elements, even if they don't spoil story details, they spoil the experience for me. So yeah. Yep.
Slab says spiders and scabs on Sundays. Ooh, that's good marketing right there. You know, we're going to go viral for our research on trains, and people love our show because of spiders and scabs.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's 1 million people watching right now.
I wouldn't either. I mean, we can see how many, and it's super close.
You know, honestly, it's if I'm being completely vulnerable and honest here, it's much more than I thought would be watching us on a Wednesday morning just going live. It's pretty amazing. Did we not want to answer the Tyler question? Since we talked about
I missed it. Sorry.
The Whopper. He says best fast food hamburger.
Ooh. Oh, what's the name of that hamburger that I love so much?
Well,
is this like a national chain? I'm sure it is, because we have like a little local burger place called
Bears?
Ease, and it's really yummy.
Oh, I thought you were going to go with Bears. Bears makes good burgers too.
I haven't ever had a Bears burger.
Oh, that's true. You haven't.
I always get something else.
That's interesting.
Because listen, if your burger is the size of my face, I don't want it. It's too much. Like, it's too much.
Okay. The best burger from a place that you've probably heard of, as far as I'm concerned, is Five Guys. I really love Five Guys burgers.
Yeah, they do have a good burger.
Their fries are even better, which is amazing.
Yeah.
The Five Guys fries are pretty incredible, but that is my favorite burger. All right, you can go back to the one you wanted to pop up there.
Now I'm looking for burger restaurant, National Burger Restaurant.
Do you know what the main person who makes the burger is called? An engineer. It's a burger engineer.
Stop
I didn't know if you knew that, but you can look it up.
Wow, I'm trying to find like the name of this burger place, which closed, but I super loved it. Hey, for those of you who are in Springfield, it was on Battlefield, right by the Oak Star Bank.
We just got very local.
It's yeah. And I can't remember it, but I just pulled it up, and it's like the 15 best burger chains, and like Red Robin's on there, Steak and Shake is on there, Culver's, Five Guys, Fuddruckers. Yeah, those are all good burgers. But again, there's some that are they're too dang big. Like,
Matt
just
says,
give me a little one.
So our vacation to Universal Studios in Orlando had to be canceled this summer due to COVID. Have you had any vacation plans disrupted this year? And bonus question, where would you most like to take a vacation that you've never been to before?
I will answer the bonus question. If we're going like in the US, I would love to go like see like redwood trees in California, or just even like go up like Northwest, sort of like Washington, Oregon, like just up in there. I've heard that's just so beautiful.
Sequoia
and I would love
National
to go there.
Park, I think is what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. I'd love to go there. But the other part of the question, we actually decided in 2019 that we were not going to travel for vacation in 2020. Whoa. So we already had planned to just not travel this year unless it was for business. And so I've had several business things canceled, but nothing personal.
My wife and I's 25th anniversary trip to Hawaii got canceled this year, so that was kind of a bummer.
That was a big bummer.
We'll get a chance to go back.
You guys had to be like, oh, look, we're gonna go to this like Bass Pro Shop style place that has a waterfall. It's kind of like Hawaii if you really squint.
But I will tell
though.
you, it is a testament to the fact that it's about who you're with and not where you go. We had a wonderful time. It was great, connecting time. Like, would Hawaii have been better? Sure, of course. I don't think that's a question. But it's the 25 years aren't going to be ruined by one pandemic that keeps us from going to Hawaii. So, and as far as where I would take a vacation that I've never been before, New Zealand, 100%.
Oh, yeah. Okay, if we're going
1,000,000,000%.
outside. Yeah. But I want to spend like months if I'm traveling abroad because it'll probably be like once in a lifetime. So I would need to take off or just be like, hey guys, I'm working from the UK for the next 6 months.
Why not? Why not?
Matthew said my vacation to Lake Michigan was able to take place since my ex and I, don't ask, rented an Airbnb and were able to enjoy the water and the trails. Man, Airbnb is the way to go. When we travel, that's what we're going to be doing from like now on because there's just some sweet Airbnbs.
Nick says, Aaron, which island were you going to? Kauai is my favorite island. That is where we were going. We went to Honolulu. Yeah, I think kind of the main touristy one for our 10th anniversary. Really enjoyed it. Got to see where Jurassic Park was filmed, that kind of stuff. But we've heard great things about Kauai, that it's kind of the beautiful island with, gorgeous waterfalls and that kind of stuff. So yep.
I had one here from Nick who said we had to cancel upcoming Disney vacation. Boo!
Yeah.
Because Disney has a lot of restrictions. Yeah, they do. I know people who live in Florida who are going still. And then I know some who live in Florida just because they love Disney and they want to go to Disney all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like moving out of state because it's like it's not fun anymore. Isn't it just this looks like a sucky time? Like,
you know what?
This is just a bad time.
Elizabeth says I had to cancel my girls' trip to Puerto Rico, but hopefully late next year. Here's what I love about this comment. Some of the things I said, some of the things other people are saying. I love the hope. I love the optimism that's included at the end of a lot of these statements where it's like, yeah, I had to cancel it, but hey, next year's a thing, right? Still putting my hope in that. And for me, that is one of the things that I have looked for during this time is not to get muddled in this stinks. And honestly, I'm going to be very, very honest. I have plenty of privilege that has kept this time from being horrible for me. The people around me, I work from home already. Like my life has been okay. This has been really bad for a lot of people. And to see and hear those people continue to say, yeah, but we got this. Man, I love that. There's something about that optimism and hope that is really endearing and appealing to me. So thank you for that. I appreciate that.
Well, are we at the end of it?
I think so.
Have we done it?
I think so.
Cheers. Drink your water out of wine glasses, everyone.
This is my wine glass. It has
you gonna
has
get
water,
messed up.
It has water
son.
in it for now, but
we want to let you guys know again how much we just appreciate you. You can catch all of our shows either on the platform you're watching. You can watch them later on. Actually, I'm not sure if every platform posts it later. You can find it on YouTube for certain.
Mm-hmm.
Just search for Aaron and Danae. We have had reminders recently. There's actually 2 profiles out there. There's an Aaron Danae one, which is like the person Aaron Danae, and then there's an actual channel. So it's the actual channel, Aaron and Danae. All of our videos post. If you want to catch them in podcast format, you can catch the Mondays shows on the Shoe the Dough podcast. And if you are a Patreon supporter, you can catch all of them in the Patreon podcast feed. More about our podcast network at patreon.com/studiodna. Lots of stuff there for you. And of course, if you got questions, you can always let us know. But this show, what we're doing right now, exists because of you.
Nicely done. Nicely done.
We're having such a good time for Mondays and some days. Take it. Go ahead, Aaron. I'm going to just sit back and let you take it.
We appreciate our Team DNA members. It means the world. It's so encouraging to see more and more people join up. Again, it's $5 a month. And we are 4 people now away from the next milestone and making me wear a shirt. So again, to check that out, patreon.com/studiodna. Continue the conversation online. I'm at Aaron Dicer. She is at Danae Says. We are also together at Aaron and Danae. Any of those places, we would love to interact with you on Twitter, as we are addicted to it, just like you are probably. All right. So on the for the next Monday or someday, we'll see you then.
Have a great day, guys. Bye.